everyone, Silver Conundrum here. I just got a package in the mail today and I figured I would share it with you guys. This would be my first unboxing, so I'll give you a little bit of history on this damn package. I ordered this thing on the 9th off of eBay, and I thought it got lost in the mail every time it showed on the tracking that it was going to be in my area. For whatever reason, the larger town where I live would send it back, and then it would have to come back to me. It would hit my post office, and then it would go back, and then it would hit my post office, and rinse and repeat this until today it just arrived. So I am going to open this up, and we're all going to see how this thing looks. So let's just see what we got. God, I hope I don't cut anything important. Well, we got some paperwork in here. Let's see how this all turns out. I'll show you guys that in a second. But first, let's get this thing opened. So have you guys seen in my previous videos, I'm kind of partial to a little bit of everything. I basically collect what I like, and I like what I collect. This just happens to be one of those coins that is very, very hard to come by because, well, everybody thoroughly enjoys these little beauties. And I hope to God I do not mess this up, especially on camera. If I do, ooh boy, that'd be bad. Not to mention my wife would kill me, especially when she finds out how much I spent for this particular one. So let's try not to tear up the certificate of authenticity. I wish this person could have done a better job at their packaging here, because this is really, really bad. Oh, but there it is. And there's the coin. It is, oh, there it is. Absolutely beautiful. It is the Amy Brown Halloween Haunted Pumpkin Patch coin. Coin 777 of 2000. This right here coin has been so hard for me to find for the collection. I have the 5 ounce colored, I have the 1 ounce uncolored, I have the 5 ounce uncolored, and the only thing I was missing was this one. I finally found it, and well, this right here, well, that's what I paid for that baby. Like I said, as you can see, this is when I bought it. So this little thing right here officially completes my collection. And let me tell you what, if I would have bought this coin when it first came out, I could have definitely doubled my money. Because this coin right here retailed when she first came out for right around, I want to say it was like $45. Here, I'm going to put this there. And then I'm going to zoom in for you guys. No guarantees that I'm going to get this just right, but we'll try. There we go. Boy, I hope that ain't too bad, and I do apologize well in advance. But anyway, let's see what happens. So anyway, there's something else I want to talk to you guys about. Silver just went over $22 an ounce today. And I had a bunch of the guys I work with ask me some questions about what my thoughts were. And because I've been talking with them about silver for the last 2 years, they all thought that it was just a joke. Well, now they see the absolute prospect of it actually doing something. And they actually came to me today and said, hey, what's your thoughts on it, man? Do you think we should buy it now? I said, well, anytime's a good time to buy. And then they asked me about the premiums. And I tried to explain to them how premiums worked and what it did, what the offsets were, and pretty much everything they needed to know in a nutshell. Some people got it, some people didn't. So let me explain something to you guys that might make sense. If you're a new stacker and you're buying silver right now at $22, tomorrow, the next day, hell, even 10 years from now, silver might be $55, $65 might be the normal. I mean, when I started stacking silver back in the 80s, early 90s, as a kid, I mean, heck, I literally remember silver being about $4 or $5 an ounce. And that is no joke. So if you think spending $4 an ounce, $5 an ounce, and then say you're spending $2 a premium, so let's put it at $6 an ounce, say back in 95. Say in 95, silver on average was $5.20. Spend $2 premium, that's $7.20. Fast forward to 2000, well, that would still put you at $6.95 paying premiums. Fast forward another 5 years. Now your silver is sitting at $7.31 on average for the year. Well, your silver is still going up, so you're now at $7.31. That's the spot price for the year on average. So even though you're paying those $2 spot prices, what happened was your silver now is breaking even. So you're basically gaining value in your silver again. So if you do this in 5-year increments, you can see where your silver went from $7. And if you go from 2000 to 2005, from 2005 and you jump up to 2010, you went from $7 to $20.19. So if you were complaining about spending $7 then, you were happy in 2010 when you were getting $20.19 for your silver. So you see where I'm going with this? What you pay today, tomorrow, you might have been glad you paid what you paid today. And then when you sell it, you might be selling it at a higher premium than what you bought it for. So you can always keep your nest egg safe if you can wait for the right times. The problem is people don't wait for the right times. People are impatient. So when you get into the silver market, either you're in or you're out. So you just can't put your toe in the water and be like, oh, it's cold, and then jump out. It's either you just jump in the frigid water, get used to it, swim around, bring your body temperature up, or you just don't get in it at all. I mean, the silver market's the exact same way. So if you're thinking about it, any time's a good time. Right now, silver's on the rise. And here's the worst part about silver being on the rise right now. And here's the worst part about people getting into the silver market right now, in my opinion. People right now see silver climbing, and your opportunists are going to be jumping all over it. If you remember in a video I talked about yesterday or the day before yesterday about those short sellers, those guys that get in and then get out, those guys are literally going to buy up as much stock in silver as they possibly can on the COMEX and the ECBOT. And what they're going to do is they're going to keep buying and selling on a day-to-day basis, and it's going to keep driving that silver market through the roof. And what's going to happen is the newer buyers are going to be forced to keep paying premiums. And those premiums later on are just going to wind up going to the wayside, and they're going to be stuck with all this high-end silver that they really can't do nothing with. And they're going to have to wait. And let's say, for example, if you bought silver, I don't know, let's say 2014, 15, 16 time frame, you had to wait till roughly today to break even on some of it. So you had to spend $21, $22 an ounce then. You literally had to wait till today to get your money back, to break even. But if you held on to that silver and you didn't try to trade it in, heck, you could have actually gone, if you wait, tomorrow it could be $24. If you keep waiting, it could be $25, $26, $27 in another month or two. But you got to look at what the economy's doing too. You got to look at what's going on in the political climate. You got to see if it's an election year. You got to, I hate to say this, guys, all these things drive silver markets. It drives everything. I mean, there's just so many things that are driven by all the markets that literally it is just, I don't know how to put it. The markets are driven by fear sometimes. They're driven by ignorance sometimes. They're driven by speculation other times. And then there's those times when it's driven by a virus. And right now, we have all those things going for us. As silver collectors, we have to just stick to our guns, buy what we can afford, and if we can't afford it, well, guess what? Don't buy it. Don't put yourself too far over the limit. Unless you're damn silver 5150 and you are going crazy, then, well, by all means, brother, you do what you got to do. Because that man, he is absolutely bonkers. Don't get me wrong. I've seen crazy, and that man is crazy, like certified crazy. I've seen what he's done on his channel. And even I, as crazy as I am on buying premium silvers, even I wouldn't go that far. And that's saying something. And my son's over here in the corner laughing at me because he knows how crazy I am about buying silver. I mean, I've gone broke buying silver before. And silver 5150 makes me look like a novice when it comes to stacking. When it comes to how much he spends on it at one time. And it's funny. Because I'm glad to see there's somebody out there who's a lot more crazier than I am. Because it gives me a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of calm to my life. Lets me know that I'm not the only one. So I digress a little bit, brother. So thank you for that little bit of peace of mind. So let this be a lesson to you guys. What you spend on silver today, you're not going to get your investment back tomorrow. You're not going to get it back in a week or 2 weeks. Hell, you might not even get it back in 2 years, guys. We're in this for the long haul. We're in this for things to be at the right time, at the right place. And when it does, we will be there in the shadows, ready to come out and just do our thing. And there's things that Fred Garr always talks about too, about the secret silver society. And sad part is, that's the absolute truth. We really are a secret group of people that sneak around, and we don't flaunt what we have because we try to keep it secret, because we do not want everybody knowing what we do. We hide it because we don't want people trying to steal it from us. We don't want people trying to take what we have. There's a lot of things that go on behind the shadows that we do as stackers that, well, we just don't want everybody in the world knowing about. So you guys just have to do your own thing. Think about what you want to do. And I am by no means a financial expert, so please don't think that I am. But what I do have is a lot of experience in collecting and stacking, selling, and just doing what you got to do with silver to make ends meet. So you guys do what's best for you. But I'm here to tell you, if you're going to be in silver, you're in it for the long haul. Don't just buy a little bit here and buy a little bit there. Just do what's right by you. Stack a little here, stack a little there. I mean, you just got to do what's right. And like 5150 says, if you have 10 ounces to your name, you're already doing so much better than everybody else who's going to be around you. Because what's going to happen is if the dollar goes to hell and back, they're going to have to find a new way to come up with a new currency that we're going to have. As simple as that. I mean, it's a proven fact, and you don't have to listen to any of us on any of these channels. You're smart. If you're watching silver channels, that means you're smart enough to know what's going on. So that means you're smart enough to go out in the real world and do some research. All you got to do is open your computer or turn on your phone and type in fiat currency. And then look how many are out there and look how long they've lasted. And then compare them with what we've got. Guys, our fiat currency has been around longer than most fiat currencies ever thought of being around. So let that sink into you. So right now and I'm not saying we are, but we might be in the last days, last years of the dollar as we know it. Now we could go into a Fed coin, which could be the Fed coin dollar, which is a digital currency. or we could be going into something that is called the, I want to say it's the, what is that thing called? It's where they combine the Canadian, the dollar, and the peso together. I think it's called the Amero, which is all North American currency is basically all combined into one. And they've been talking about that though since the 80s. And that's another story for another day. There's a lot of information that you guys should really look into that when it deals with your silver and gold. But anyway, I'm going to digress a little bit, and I'm going to get back to this beautiful, beautiful young lady right here. But as you can see, that thing right there, she is absolutely gorgeous. And if you can see right there, it says 1 ounce. If I can't even get the zoom in good enough. 3 nines. Let's just back out just a little bit so we can get it. There we go, guys. And we'll flip her over just for one last good view. And one day I'll do a video on all 3 of the coins together so you can actually see what they all look like. But guys, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Apparently I'm supposed to say that at the end of every video, in the middle of the video, or at the beginning of the videos, whatever. But you guys do what's best by you. However, if you do want to talk about silver or want a little bit of my opinion on it, feel free to comment. When I'm not working, I'm on YouTube talking to people. If I'm not on YouTube talking to people about silver, I'm on the forums talking about silver to people. Guys, I literally love silver. And I don't mean like it's the end all be all for me, but I have a passion for it, and I do want to teach people and educate people about it as much as I can. So anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Y'all have a great night, and I hope to see y'all later. And I am going to say goodbye and leave y'all with this. Good night.